Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. Well, today is somewhat of an improv day. So I set out this morning to go fishing on the flats. It's my first time out in months ever since the hurricane hit over here in Tampa Bay, Florida. And so, yeah man, I wanted to go and see how my local waters are doing. I was looking for some redfish, some trout, some snook, you know, the typical things that we fish for. I got there bright and early, man. I was throwing topwater before I could even see a little bit of sunlight out. But man, there was really no fish, there was no activity, so I had to change the plan and go sheepshead fishing. Now, I didn't have my full sheepshead setup that I would normally have, like my pry bar and my gloves and a rope, you know, these types of things to keep me in place, you know, for like a real good day of sheepshead fishing. But I always keep a J hook and some bullet weights on my kayak just for something like this. If the fishing's bad and it's that time of year, I can go and hit some oysters off the concrete pilings and maybe drum up a sheepshead or two. Now, you don't need any bait if you're trying to go fishing for sheepshead. You just want to find a piling just like this. It doesn't have to be concrete. It can be on an old wooden bridge or a seawall or something like that. And just look for these oysters. You bust them open and the sheepshead go crazy for these things. Now, as you're about to see, it wasn't like an absolute sleigh fest when it comes to sheepshead. We only caught a few small ones, but hey, catching these few is better than a skunk. There we go. All right, look at that. Now, this fish might be a little too small to keep. They gotta be 12 inches. But man, if we can keep this, this will be a good... Oh, bro. Jeez. Forgot how feisty you guys are. All right, he's 12 inches. We can keep this fish. I just don't have a cooler. All right, let's see if we can try this again. So, obviously, the fishing I intended to do today, snook, redfish, trout, man, it was just dead on the flats, dead in the mangroves. And I haven't fished this spot in a while, so I decided, you know what, it's that time of the year. The sheepshead, they are gonna start biting. So I always keep a live bait hook with me and a weight. Now, of course, I didn't have like my pry bar or anything to be able to scrape off these barnacles, but I use my pliers. I don't really like doing that, but in a pinch, it'll definitely work. It's been tough trying to get everything together, get this kayak. There's a lot of broken things on this kayak from Hurricane Helene and Milton. If you've been watching my videos, you know that our house flooded from Helene, completely flooded out. And so it's definitely been a task trying to find fishing gear and put everything together and get on the water. I haven't been fishing in, man, it's been almost 2 months, honestly. So just to get out here, and I got this one tiny little sheepshead. You know, that's good enough for me right now. I'll get back out there and start doing my normal fishing, but right now we'll just turn, I guess, not necessarily a bad day of fishing, but you know, less than desirable day of fishing into a good, I missed it, into a good day fishing. I'm not sure really what the hurricanes have done to our waters because I haven't been fishing. So this next season of my fishing life is going to be figuring out what in the world is going on with Tampa Bay. See where the fish are at, get back on those reds, snook, trout. I love this type of fishing right here. This reminds me of what I did growing up with my dad. Just pulling up to a piling, scraping these oysters out, and catching some sheepshead. When the fishing wasn't good, this is what we'd do. My dad always had gloves, so right now I'm doing it with no gloves. I already cut myself a few times. One miss and you can cut your whole hand. Look at that. But this right here, that's what the sheepshead want. Oh yeah. And you want to try and get it whole like that if you can. The whole little booger. And then you throw the shells right down there because the sheepshead will just be chewing on that. Got another guy. Too small. Well guys, this may not have been the most entertaining video for you guys. This is a day of real fishing here in Tampa Bay, Florida. Now, I do know that the bite, there's a hot bite going on somewhere. And I've got some ideas on where to go check it out. But right now, I just wanted to get back in the swing of things. So this kayak right here, this right now is a Frankenstein kayak. I've had to take parts from other kayaks and a seat from another kayak, and just to, I mean, it looks nice. It looks nice and clean, but that's because I cleaned it. It's a 2017, and it had a little bit of maintenance that was needing to happen before Hurricane Helene, but after Hurricane Helene, it just had some damage. So I needed to get the kayak back on the water and kind of see where we stand, make sure it still floats, make sure everything works, you know, semi well. I got the brand new Bixby J2 with the bigger power bank on the back right here, so I made that install, and so I need to make a few adjustments on that. So yeah, man, I launched at like 6 o'clock this morning. I was out on the flats by about 6:30, and you know, right before sunrise. Not much activity out there, so I decided to go back to the canals. Very low waters over there, nothing but mullet. I don't even ever fish back there. I just wanted to check it out and see. You never know, a random day could be great fishing in random spots. So, you know, I always check it out. But you know, that wasn't working out, and so I decided to just hit the pilings, you know, and at least catch a fish so I don't get skunked. And I also wanted to check to see if the sheepshead were biting so I could bring my sons out. This place is really close to my house, so it's easy to get on the water and kind of check things out, make sure the boat's good, hopefully try and catch a fish. Normally I would catch some fish out on the flats, but again, just not working out today. I'm gonna go back to some of my regular spots. I kind of got spooked a little bit because after the hurricane I heard, oh, this place is closed and that place is closed, and you know, this place is blown out, there's no more grass over there because, you know, the pass and all the moving water took the grass away during Helene and then Milton and all that stuff. And so I was like, let me just go somewhere close to home. All in all, I think it was a good day, making sure the kayak's good to go. I also had a buddy fish out here recently, and he was like, dude, there's no fish on those flats. So I was like, man, let me go check it out for myself. Turns out, oh, he might be right, I don't know. I hope you guys are doing well. I've got some cool videos coming, some product videos, some comparison videos. Guys, we're just gonna get back to fishing and having a good time. Right now, we're in the middle of working with contractors, fighting with the city over permitting stuff, fighting with insurance, over money, this and that and the other. But all that, I can't let that get in the way of my fishing and my peace and my, just the time on the water that relaxes me. This is where I feel at rest. I feel good on the water. I feel, I don't know, I just feel excited. I like searching, I like hunting, I like the thrill of, you know, getting up early and seeking a fish and catching a fish. It's the whole reason why we do this, guys. So I can't really let this whole situation with the home take my joy away. You know what I'm saying? It's really nice to be able to recover the kayak and get it on the water, and it seems to be doing good. I'm gonna make a few repairs to it. It just really is nice to be back here on the kayak after a few months. And yeah, man, hey, if you got any specific type of content you want to see from me and this channel, let me know, man, because we are back on it. We're back on our grind. We're fishing. We're going to be linking up with some people, making some more Yak Tribe content. And by the way, thank you to everyone who came out to the latest Yak Tribe meetup. The trout turnout, it was very successful, had a lot of fun, gave away a ton of things. So thank you so much. If you're in the Tampa Bay, Florida area, surrounding areas, all the way up to Cedar Key, all the way down to Fort Myers, and even outside of that, other states, guys, come on through to our meetups. We give out a lot of stuff for free just for showing up. It's a good time. It's a whole big tribe party. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video, and I'll catch you on the next one.